welcome back to my channel. My name is Diana and today I'm going to share 9 things that I will never do while traveling to Paris. So if you'd like to know my story, subscribe to my channel, like this video, and follow for more. So, Paris, it's mystery, it's magic. It's that feeling when the lights hit the sand just right, and it's essentially letting in La Vie en Rose. But Paris can also be sweaty, confusing, overpriced, and sometimes just plain wrong.
This tour is ass.
Like ordering a steak so raw that it literally looked like that it had a pulse, or standing in the middle of Champs-Élysées and questioning your life choices. So here's my list of mistakes so you wouldn't end up having minor breakdowns like every 10 minutes while chewing on your dry croissants and crying under the Eiffel Tower. So, mistake number 1, never ever eat at Champs-Élysées. So, long story short, I was very hungry, very tired. I had nothing in my stomach, and I passed by this cute cafe with outside sitting. And I was like, okay, so this is my Paris moment. This is my Parisian girl moment. And I saw the menu. First of all, the menu had pictures, which should have been my first red flag. I had already sit in the cafe, and I am me and confrontation is not, so I just went along with it. I ordered duck confit, and to be honest, not the best duck that I ever had, probably. It kind of made me question my whole relationship with poultry. And the waiter vanished so quickly after getting my order, like he owed me money or something. So, my advice to you, if you ever get hungry while visiting Champs-Élysées, just step down the main boulevard, and in the alleys, in the side streets, you're definitely going to find a cute, cozy little restaurant or a cafe, and locals are dining in, and you're going to get a much better meal for a much lower price. Number 2, never will I ever step into one of these public toilet kiosks, just, sitting there in the middle of the streets. So, I drink a lot of water, I have lots of coffee throughout the day, so I need to use I need to use the ladies' room quite often, and probably more often compared to other people. So this is most of the time this is one of my biggest challenges, and I will always worry that where should I, what is there a public restroom? Can I use that? Is there a cafe or restaurant that I can use? So you can probably imagine that finding this public toilet kiosk in the middle of the street was some sort of a relief for me. I was like, okay, so this is Paris. This is very advanced. It looks like a sci-fi movie, a sci-fi toilet probably. It looks decent, so let's just give it a try. And I wish I didn't. I went in, and I don't know if you're aware of this, but they are called self-cleaning, and they literally go full wash mode when you're in there, and sometimes things can go like super wrong, and most of the time these places aren't even that clean. And I regretted stepping in there the moment that I locked the door. My advice to you, if you ever need to use the ladies' room, go to a cafe. There are cafes everywhere, literally. Go to a cafe, order coffee, or just buy a bottle of water. It'll probably cost you like 2-3 euros, but at least you will get to keep your dignity. Yeah. So Number 3. I don't know why I'm even mentioning this because it must be quite obvious, but I will never again grab a taxi in Paris. So essentially, Paris is the city of walking. I mean, you wouldn't want to travel all the way to Paris and miss anything. I mean, I don't think that you should even miss an alley or a wall or a brick. You need to like consume every bit of the city. This is my opinion. Anyways, I think it was around 8:30, and I was quite tired. I was hungry. I had walked all day, and I was like, okay, what the hell? Just let's grab a taxi. It wouldn't kill me, and in fact, it did. Yeah. So, because sitting in a taxi, paying 40 euros for a 6-minute drive while you're stuck in traffic and your wallet is bleeding is not the romance that you signed up for. So my advice to you is to always use the metro if you don't want to walk, because they have a highly efficient metro system, and you will in my opinion, you will never get lost in Paris, because if you just continue walking for a few blocks, you will definitely come across a metro station, and from there you can use the map, or even if you can't use the map, you can ask someone to help you. And just to mention this, I'm highly against the fact that Parisians are mean, because they've always helped me. They have always been very kind and generous to me, at least. So you could ask a local or someone working in the metro, and yeah, just use the metro. It is cheaper, it is faster, and you're going to see a lot of new things, while you're going to experience the real Paris while using the metro and walking in between. Number 4. So avoid Paris in June. It may just sound like a perfect month to visit Paris, but believe me, it is not. In my opinion, Paris in June is like humid French hell and designer clothes. You could go in May or early October, and believe me, you'll still get the same Paris, but your hair will thank you later. Number 5. Do not fall for aesthetic pastry shops. And I'm not saying this to say that aesthetic pastry shops and the famous ones and the luxurious ones are not good. I'm not saying this at all. I'm just saying that a lot of places that get trendy on Instagram, or start to offer some really pretty like macaroons and croissants, they're usually not that good, or they're usually not worth what you're paying for. I mean, you can literally walk into a boulangerie and from a guy who's probably giving you side eyes because you cannot speak French, you are going to get the best croissant in your life. So there's no need to stand in like a 2 kilometers line just to get a croissant that you paid 20 euros for, but it's just yeah. But I love some of the aesthetic pastry shops. For example, Pure, I think it has the best macaroons in the world. And yes, I'm not even getting into an argument about this, because yeah, I love Pure. And but in any case, I think that you can find real French pastry in just authentic boulangeries. Number 6. Okay, so I did this one myself, so I'm not going to judge you or tell you not to do it. I'm just saying that I would never do it again. I would never again chase Emily in Paris locations. And why is that? I mean, I love Emily and Emily in Paris and the cast and the story. I love everything about the show. And when I traveled to Paris last year, I was like, okay, let's go visit some of the spots. And I went to the neighborhood that Emily lived, and to be honest, the neighborhood wasn't that bad. And Emily's apartment, it was a nice thing to visit. I mean, I liked it. I love my pictures that I took there. But The restaurants, the cafes, I mean, Gabriel's restaurant, first of all, it's an Italian restaurant originally. And second of all, they're going to give you the worst attitude possible in that restaurant. And I didn't eat there, but I heard that the food is not even that good. So what I realized is that Paris is not Emily's to experience, it's mine to find. It's like, you know, when you travel to Paris, you need to create your own Paris. Maybe it's on a bench, in a park, or in a cafe, watching the sunset near the Seine. It could be anywhere. But do not go after Emily's dreams, because you probably end up disappointed and sunburned and probably a bit unimpressed. This is my opinion. Never ever order your steak rare unless you want to have a staring contest with your food. I said rare because I always order my steak rare in other countries and other prices. So the waiter asked me, how would you like your steak? And I was like, rare, thank you. I said rare. He heard bleu. The French have a different way for cooking steak. They have bleu, saignant, and à point. Bleu is literally raw, and saignant is what we call rare, and à point is medium. So they don't really have a term for well done because they don't eat their steaks that way. I mean, it is quite offensive if you ask the chef to give you a well done steak. And I totally agree with them, of course. So if you're squeamish, just, you know, skip bleu and order your steak saignant or à point. Okay, number 8. I'm an iced Americano girl, and I always order iced Americano every cafe that I go. Unless you're in the Starbucks, do not order iced Americano in Paris. When I went into the cafe and I said iced Americano, s'il vous plaît, waiter just looked at me like I just, you know, insulted their ancestors or something. And then after that, I realized that iced Americano is not really a thing in Paris, at least not the way that we know it. So I got this tiny little, you know, glass of, it was a, you know, a paper glass with some ice, and oh my god, I'm traumatized after having that. So, you know, just instead of that, you know, just embrace cafe au lait, or just, you know, cappuccino, and or just, you know, order a shake or something, because iced Americano is definitely not a good idea to order in Paris. Number 9, and this is my personal opinion, this is my personal taste. Everybody has a different opinion, but Kir Royale wasn't really for me. I mean, you know, the famous champagne that Parisians have, and it is actually quite fancy and expensive, but it wasn't really my cup of tea. And if I want to enjoy my Paris, I would probably order a white wine while, you know, watching the sunset or having a view of the Eiffel Tower. So for me, paying for Kir Royale, it was expensive, and it wasn't what I expected it to be. In the end, Paris, it's not perfect. It's not a Pinterest mood board. It is moody, it is temperamental, it is iconic. And I think that everybody should make their own Paris mistakes so that they can, you know, really feel the magic of the city. I just shared my experience with you so you wouldn't go through the same thing. Probably avoid what I did and make your brand new mistakes while visiting the city. Thank you for watching my video. If you like more videos like this, tell me in the comments and subscribe to my channel. Love you. Bye. Okay, today we have this special guest here. His name is, you know what his name is. And yes, he's always here with me whenever I want to do something or film a video. So he's probably going to be the guest of honor in the rest of my videos. And of course I have this thing, this tiny little shark. Of course he's not quite tiny. I call him Dummy, with all due respect. And yes, he's also going to be one of the main characters of my videos. So yeah, meet Sullivan and meet Dummy.